Hey loves, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time here. My name is Day, and if you like videos like this, please go ahead and subscribe and join the lovely family. And if you have been here, thank you guys so much for coming back to see me and supporting me. So I just wanted to share a very quick story with you guys. I've never really done a story time on my channel before, and as you can see, the sun is setting, so I'm just gonna be very brief. But I wanted to tell you guys about the time where I went to Jamaica with my American Locs. And I know I have some subscribers who are from Jamaica, so shout out to you. But guys, I was extremely naive when I went to Jamaica, okay? Like, I thought it was gonna be like the movies. I thought everybody was going to have locks down their back. Not everybody, you know what I mean? But I thought it was gonna be like a pretty good amount. I thought I was gonna get off the plane and hear Bob Marley playing. Like, I thought it was gonna be that. Now, I was very young when I went. I was in college. And that was actually my second time out of the country. Only time I had been to, like, you know, the islands, anything like that. So I was very excited. But I was a little bit nervous because I was like, here I am. Like, I looked at myself in the mirror and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, look at my hair. Like, it's so Americanized, like, it's dyed. I had like this little blonde kind of look, and I'll try to find some pictures for you guys. But it's just, I was like, oh my gosh, like, I am going to get like cooked. Where I'm from, like, if somebody cooks you, that means they're like talking about you bad. I was like, they're gonna cook me, like, they're gonna back me up, which also means they're gonna talk about me very badly. And I was nervous because I'm just like, wow, like, it was the first time in my journey that I had actually reflected on what my locks meant to me and why I had them and everything like that. So as soon as I get there, of course, I did not see everyone with locks down their back. I actually went to Kingston, Jamaica, which is like a city where I think University of Jamaica was. That's where we stayed. We were there to like sing. I was in my choir in school. So of course, it was not at all what I had envisioned, but the most effective thing that happened to me was going to the Bob Marley Museum, or the Bob Marley, like, what is it? Like, it was just like a museum of some sort. And there was a section in the museum that had like this area on like Rastafarian living and lifestyle. And that moment, like going in there and reading about the exhibit and like seeing all these beautiful pictures of people with just like wisdom locks, like you could just see like their life in their hair. Like, it just meant so much to me. I really could not believe it. Like, I was just like, wow, like, this is legit. Like, it was amazing to see. And I was able to read up about it, read about what it meant, read about how, you know, sometimes their hair was connected to their life in a sense, reading about the things that they put into their body and how it connects to veganism and things like that. It was just so eye-opening for me. Like, I had never thought about it in that way, and it was the first time I was thinking like, wow, like, I'm really doing this hair thing all wrong. Like, wow. And I never really did anything about it at the time. I was still very young. Like I said, I was very scared to cut my hair. I was scared of short hair. I still was going through that idea of, man, like, I wouldn't look right with any other hairstyle. I didn't view having locks as a way of being free. So yeah, I didn't do much about it, but I've always kept that in the back of my mind. Now, walking down the street, no one judged me, you know, no one looked at me crazy like I thought they would. But one thing that happened is, one of the when we went to a restaurant, there was some people like on the street or on the road, you know, asking for money, like in every country that someone does when they're in need. And I had ended up giving some money to someone who was outside of the restaurant, and then he looked at me. I don't know if I don't think that he knew that I was, like, you know, on tour. He probably knew, but you know, whatever. But he looked at me and said, oh, thank you, Rastafari woman, or something like that. Like, something about Rasta woman, something of that nature, right? So when he called me that, I was just like, I didn't say anything at the time. In my mind, I was like, oh my gosh, like me, like, I was like so pressed. Like, I was pulling my hair, like, I'm like, he called me like Rasta woman, like, oh my gosh. It really was not that serious, but it meant a lot to me in the sense that it was the first time where I felt like my locks and my appearance and my hair was connected to me treating someone a particular way. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like he, in wherever his mindset was women who look like you do this. You know what I'm saying? They help people. And or they're of like a particular spiritual, you know, category. And that it really did affect me. Like I said, I didn't do much about it, but I've always kept that moment in the back of my mind. I don't even think I've told anybody about that. Like, no one really knows about that but you guys now. But it just always meant so much to me. So when I started this journey, I started it with that in mind, thinking like, I'm gonna go about this journey. Yeah, you know, I'm not Jamaican, I'm not free-forming, you know, I have a lot of work to do on myself. Obviously, I'm not Rastafarian, but you know, I still wanted to take on that idea of viewing my hair as a life choice, and viewing just everything around me as a life choice, viewing how I treat my hair, how I treat my body, the things that I put into my body as a life decision. So yeah, that it did something for me, and I feel like now I'm starting to see like the manifestation of what was said to me that day, or the manifestation of seeing those images and just being in the area. I don't know. Y'all know I always say I'm dramatic, and I am dramatic. I'm very passionate. I know that. But let me know what you guys think. Have you ever experienced something like this before? Have you been to Jamaica? But yeah, I would love to hear you guys' opinions on like the Americanism of like locks, and like, you know, locks in other places and locks particularly in Jamaica. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. As always, thank you guys so much for supporting me and coming back to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.